Welcome. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that will change how you see narcissists forever. We often think of them as intimidating, grandiose, and even invincible personalities. But what if I told you that underneath all that bluster, narcissists have a fatal weakness? That's right. There's something so simple, yet so essential, that they just can't bring themselves to do. Curious to know what it is? Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one, because it reveals a lot more than meets the eye. Before we jump into uncovering the truth behind narcissists' core weakness, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy in-depth psychological insights. Your support helps keep this content coming, and by sharing, you may even help others understand the toxic patterns they've encountered in life. Alright, let's get started. Narcissists. They're everywhere, or so it seems. They often present themselves as the ultimate image of success, strength, and superiority. But here's the real kicker. All of that confidence? It's a paper-thin mask. While it might dazzle for a while, it's fragile. Behind the flashy facade and grandiose self-image lies a profound insecurity that drives everything they do. So what's the big secret, you ask? What can't narcissists do that's so revealing about their nature? Simple, narcissists cannot handle vulnerability. It's the Achilles heel that undercuts their entire existence. And why is that so important? Because vulnerability requires authenticity, openness, and genuine empathy. Qualities that narcissists can't afford to cultivate without jeopardizing their entire self-constructed narrative. Picture this: a narcissist in a moment of crisis. Imagine them being asked to take genuine responsibility for their mistakes, to sincerely apologize, or to express empathy toward someone else's suffering. You're more likely to spot a unicorn than see this happen. To a narcissist, admitting weakness is the ultimate threat. It exposes the gap between the carefully curated image they present and their true self, riddled with insecurity. Their psychological makeup can't withstand such exposure, and so they lash out, deflect, or retreat into their inflated delusions to avoid facing what they perceive as a mortal danger. Their fragile egos simply can't tolerate a moment of being real. Let's delve deeper into why this happens. Narcissists typically develop their personality disorders as a defense mechanism, often stemming from childhood wounds. Whether neglect, overpraise, or abuse, they learn to compensate for feelings of inadequacy by building an identity of superiority. But this identity is hollow. The image they construct is entirely dependent on external validation and the admiration of others. In essence, narcissists aren't self-sufficient. They feed off the reactions, adoration, and even fear they inspire in others. The moment that supply dries up, their entire persona begins to crumble. And of course, the act of showing vulnerability threatens to sever that supply chain. Think about it. Have you ever seen a narcissist apologize without turning the situation into a grandstand about their own supposed hardships? Or have you ever seen them accept criticism without retaliating with a barrage of insults, gaslighting, or silent treatment? It's virtually impossible for them to do, because genuine humility, admission of fault, and connection with others' emotions require a solid sense of self-worth. For a narcissist, this is non-existent. Their self-worth is dictated by others' perception of them, so any chink in the armor spells disaster. Vulnerability, therefore, is out of the question. It's easy to feel frustrated, even angry, when you encounter a narcissist's inability to take responsibility. But understanding this core weakness helps make sense of their behavior. Behind their bravado and manipulations lies a scared child unable to cope with the reality of imperfection. Narcissists are perpetually running from themselves, dodging every situation that forces introspection and true human connection. Consider their relationships. To build a truly loving, compassionate connection requires trust, mutual respect, and an ability to prioritize the other person's needs. Narcissists can't genuinely love in this way. When the mask of grandiosity slips, exposing their vulnerability, they may temporarily try to appear empathetic. But this empathy is a performance, something to manipulate emotions and maintain control. Vulnerability, in the authentic sense, means letting another person see you as you truly are, flaws and all. The narcissist's greatest fear is that if anyone glimpses their true self, they'll be rejected. So they never take the risk. This inability to be vulnerable also extends to their sense of success and ambition. While some narcissists appear to be extremely high achievers, their victories are hollow. Everything they do is designed to elevate themselves in the eyes of others, never to create genuine fulfillment or connection. Their fear of vulnerability means they cannot accept constructive criticism or learn from failure, two key aspects of personal growth. Instead, they perceive any critique as a direct assault on their identity, prompting rage or deflection. It's a tragically self-limiting cycle. Now you might wonder, is there any hope for a narcissist to change? Can they ever embrace vulnerability? The sad truth is, in many cases, no. Without a strong incentive and an enormous capacity for introspection, a quality they fundamentally lack, narcissists rarely change. For those affected by their toxic behavior, recognizing this weakness can be empowering. It offers clarity and helps establish boundaries. You realize that trying to coax a narcissist into empathy or vulnerability is like trying to draw water from a stone. Yet, there is a poignant irony in the narcissist story. The very trait they despise, vulnerability, is the one thing that could potentially save them. True emotional connection, humility, and a willingness to confront their flaws could offer healing. But it's a path fraught with terror for the narcissist, a journey many are too frightened or too proud to take. To everyone who's stayed with me through this deep dive, thank you. Your interest in understanding the complexities of narcissism reflects a willingness to grow, heal, and learn. If you enjoyed this conversation, please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue exploring the human mind together. Your support means the world and makes this journey worthwhile. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep learning.
The renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, What matters is not what happens to you, but how you react to it. Think of this wisdom as your armor against life's tempests, particularly when dealing with narcissists and other difficult individuals. How do you handle a troublesome boss, a disruptive family member, or anyone else who leaves you feeling exhausted? The answer lies in Stoicism. The Stoics possessed a hidden tool that fortified their resilience amidst adversity. Instead of engaging in futile battles, they employed Stoic principles to manage the negative actions of narcissists. This isn't just a rehashing of ancient philosophy. It's about applying Stoic insights to modern challenges. In this video, we'll explore how Stoicism can empower you to not only endure but flourish in a world filled with narcissists. Imagine turning narcissists' attempts to hurt you into chances to grow as a person and find peace within yourself. Let's learn more about these Stoic ideas to live a calm and strong life even when things go wrong. Here are 4 things you can do to stay calm and get stronger when you're around narcissists. Please watch this video. By doing so, you show that you want to grow as a person and make good changes. Now let's begin. 1. Decrease the narcissist's power. Going beyond just avoiding the narcissist's behavior is not enough to keep yourself away from them. Bring back your energy and turn your attention to things that make you happy. If your mind were a yard, would you rather grow weeds or flowers? Thinking about what narcissists do or say takes your attention away from your own goals, interests, and health. Make the choice to be positive. You might not notice the effects of this change right away, but every moment you choose your growth over their drama is one more step toward your own growth. Setting limits is a strong way to protect your mental health and express your self-worth. It's kind of like making the rules for a game, where you choose both the player and the judge. The rules for your own place are up to you to set on your own. When the narcissist crosses the line, talk to them in a calm but strong way. Put your health and happiness ahead of getting into a fight. This could mean staying away from situations that drain you or setting limits with a simple "no." Self-care isn't selfish. It's important for your happiness and the happiness of those around you. Think of every mean word or sneaky move an entitled person makes as a pebble in your shoe. Annoying, but not impossible to handle. You are not avoiding the problem by reducing their effects. You are proactively dealing with it. We suffer more in imagination than in reality, Seneca wisely said. Having to deal with narcissistic people can be harder because of our own fears and wants. Being aware of this lets us focus on controlling our feelings and responses. Your strength comes from how determined you are, not how loud you speak. Let go of the idea that you can change or control the narcissist. Spend your time instead building good relationships, doing things you enjoy, and working on your own growth. Maximize your ability and keep negative influences to a minimum. Protect your peace, happiness, and goals with confidence and clarity, knowing that each step forward makes you stronger and more fulfilled. 2. Push their ideas about themselves. It takes skill to talk to a narcissist about their swollen ego. Think of yourself as a detective who has questions instead of weapons. Your goal is to find the truth, not to judge people. When you ask someone, how did you come to that conclusion? You draw attention to them and encourage them to think about it instead of looking for an answer right away. This method lets people think about their beliefs and behaviors without making them feel attacked. Showing real interest in what they have to say will help you understand their point of view without getting into a fight. Let's learn more about Stoicism. It's all about being good at what we can do. We have no power over how other people act, but we do have full control over how we reply. When the narcissist starts to talk about themselves, don't get frustrated or angry. Instead, be patient and understanding. Picking your fights is not giving up. It's a smart move. Instead of rolling your eyes, it's more effective to ask serious questions and listen to what they have to say. You don't have to live up to their standards. Protect your inner peace and mental fortress against their egoic attack. Putting on an air of detached interest will protect you. You're not supposed to dim their shine. You're supposed to keep yourself from being blinded. Politely asking their stories can puncture their inflated sense of self-worth and boost your own strength. This method gently bursts their beliefs without hurting their pride. Harmony can be reached through care and understanding. You don't just put up with the contact, you turn it into a way for both of you to grow. True wisdom comes from being able to change by thinking about it, not from fighting it. Remember that your goal is not to change their ego, but to lessen the effect they have on your life. This subtle but effective approach is based on the Stoic practice of prosok, which means the attentive awareness. Every interaction turns into a chance to grow as a person and find inner peace. As you lead them through their dreams, you keep your peace at the same time. This way makes it harder for them to control your emotions while also helping you understand each other better. On this trip, stay strong and focused, knowing that each step forward makes you stronger and more calm. 3. Start a journey of personal growth with therapy. When you're with a narcissist, life can feel like a never-ending loop of bad things. But your real power is inside you, which is why self-reflection is so important. Therapy, even though it's quiet, is the key to big changes. By looking into your deepest feelings with courage, you can face your worst fears head-on. Instead of fighting other people, treatment gives you the tools to fight for your own peace of mind. You understand that looking for approval from other people is a mirage in the desert of self-doubt. Going to therapy is like unlocking your hidden abilities. It's not about changing other people, especially narcissists whose deeds you can't stop. Instead, it's about turning your attention inward to the area you do control. Seneca said that the key to real power is not having everything, but being able to value and use what we do have. During treatment, Realizing that our problems are only temporary helps us grow. Being brave is needed to face our weaknesses and turn them into strengths. To regain our freedom, we have to let go of deeply held ideas that keep negative cycles going. Our ideals, passions, and happiness help us write the stories that shape our lives. Fortressing our sense of self-worth against attack shows how strong we are and how self-examination can lead to big changes. Going to therapy and starting a path of self-discovery frees us from the stories of the past. When we take charge of our lives, we can make sure they fit with our goals. This journey gives us hope and brings us back to our true selves, strong and alive even when things go wrong. Stoics believe that our greatest freedom lies within us, giving us the power to choose how to react, find inner peace, and live a real life. This theory is reflected in therapy, which shows that even when things are hard, we can heal, grow, and do well. Please give these ideas a thumbs up if you think they're useful. Come back to the chat and let's talk about our next steps. 4. Learn how to react in order to protect your mental space. Narcissists love it when other people lose their cool, because it makes them feel stronger. So learn to stay calm when things are going wrong. Your secret weapon is your ability to choose how you respond. Marcus Aurelius told him, choose not to be hurt, and you will not feel hurt. Don't take in any pain, you won't hurt. Keep this in mind as you face the attack and figure out how to respond while staying calm. Think of them throwing their strongest threats, lies, and other problems at you. Still, you stay determined and firm. You are unaffected, just like waves crashing against a rock can't make you feel bad. This shows how powerful response control is. You don't have to hide or ignore your thoughts. Being aware, taking a step back, and refusing to let these feelings take away your peace are the most important things. Imagine being in the calm center of a storm, oblivious to the chaos going on around you. It feels good to be able to control your reactions. It's like being a champion in a world that keeps spinning with this plan. When a narcissist tries to get you to fall for their tricks, change how you act and plan your moves carefully. There needs to be a pause between acts and reactions. The pause that says, I acknowledge you, but I do not follow your instructions, shows how strong you are. This break gives you a sense of safety and focus. If you decide that someone else's noise is making you feel bad, what will you do? With care and determination. Think of Stoic reflection as a holy ritual. Let Stoic meditation be your daily escape from the noise of life. It's your shield, keeping your mental peace and making it better with calm distance. You show that you are the only one who can control your inner universe, which is a very powerful realization. When we step into our authority, we understand that the calmness inside can't be disturbed by the chaos outside. Today, we showed you how to spot narcissists and feel stronger when they try to hurt your peace of mind. Your roots are strong and stable because you know yourself. They're like a tree that stands strong in a storm. Whatever is happening outside of you can't change your strong calm. Surviving in chaos isn't enough to thrive. You have to make a commitment to thriving. By following these rules, you can create a life where inner peace is a stable foundation that shows your growth and understanding. As you think about our trip, use these lessons to improve your everyday life. If this speaks to you, please like the video, share it with other travelers going through similar